Okay, so the box is as so with a little pull tab, kind of crude condition coming from overseas. And you just slide this out.
If you like what you see, please subscribe to the JLWII 2000 channel and leave a like on the video. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon so you'll be notified of future train videos.
Got it flipped around here. Smell of paint is fairly strong. Fuselage wrapped in foam. I'll set that out. USB for lighting effect stand. We got a piece of plastic covering up the wheels. So there are 3 sets of wheels. And there's like an underside to this with the rest of the plane. Alright, so the fuselage is unwrapped. Nice paint job, a little strong on the paint smell. I'll just show you how the wings go in. Just drop in right here and a firm press, and it's going to take some finagling to get that in there. Underside has the wings, which are wedged in there pretty good. I'm going to need both hands, and I don't have the tripod with me. And the ailerons, I think they're called. I was in the Air Force for 20 years and I don't know that, but yeah, I think that's what they're called. The wheels just press fit in as well. And they do have rolling features, so they go round and round. The wings installed, there are gaps. You can kind of press fit, but there does leave some gaps in certain areas. But with that done, you can move on to the wheels. Okay, extremely short and sweet video on this plane. I've already mounted it on the bottom here. You can do so just a screw. It's just a screw, and you tighten it up and into the fuselage there. It does have lighting, interior lighting. You can charge it with a USB cable that's provided, but they didn't give you a plug. This is that Alterll site. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but the plug is on the back of the plane right here, and you have an on-off switch as well. So the lighting only stays on for about 30 seconds. This is the closest to 187. They say 185. I kind of did the measurements myself. I came closer to 187 than 185, but it's really pretty razor thin math. But it's a 187 plane. You can take it off this stand here, and it can be sitting on the landing gear. Now the landing gear don't sit in their holes very well, I'll tell you that. But just wanted to give you a look at basically an option for some sort of aircraft that's modern day passenger in 180, close to 187 scale. So you have a representation on that, because I want to make a little airport off to the offshoot of this layout eventually. This layout's my lifelong layout, so 20 years from now I'll still be working on this. But was not a sponsored review. They had, not this company, but another company had contacted me at some point, and I told them no, because I didn't, I didn't want to mislead you guys or anything. So I just flat out told them no. I don't know much about them. With companies I know more about, I'm more likely to work with, whether it's borrowing stuff or whatever the case is. But this I didn't know about. It was a Facebook ad when I found it again, so I'm like, this is really shady. So I'm going to order this with my safest credit card that I have the best protection on, just in case. instead of my debit card. But it came in, took about 3 or 4 weeks, and it's actually really nicely done. It's got a nice finish to it. Anytime you move it or touch the fuselage, those lights will come on for, I think, 30 seconds. It might be 10. And there's some, it does get prone to fingerprints. There are little imperfections in the paint here and there where you might see a finely scratched detail. You see the evacuation route for an emergency painted on the plane. And southwest.com on the side there. So also a little Southwest logo up top here. Landing gear flaps do not retract. It's just a plug and play plastic piece there. That's all there is to it. So you can't fold those up or anything. But yeah, that is a 185. 187, whatever you want to call it. And they had like a couple other schemes too. This is only like this is the only American scheme they had, but they had a couple other schemes as well. So I just wanted to show you this real quick. You got curved wingtips on the end here. The wings and everything pop in pretty easily. The back pops in, these pieces pop in, and the landing gear pop in, and you're good to go. So you can take a look at it if you want, if you're interested in seeing it. I'll move this over here to a more pleasant black backdrop here so you can see the plane a little better. But that is what we got going on with this Alterll 187 or 185 scale plane. And just so you know, if Alterll happens to be watching this, I think there's a lot of demand from modelers to get a plane like this. So consider making more schemes. American Airlines, Delta Airlines, you know, you name it, JetBlue, stuff like that. Alright, well that's it guys. Pretty short video. I won't even call it a review really, just a product demo, but see what you got here, and I'll give you some close-up looks. As I say, you know, well worth $100. So it's been a couple months since I bought this. There's an American flag on the back, so maybe prices are a little higher, but it was sitting just a little more than, it might have been a couple $100 or 100 and something, I can't remember, but it was not, it was worth the risk. So I'll put the price in the description because it's been a while and I am in a big hurry to get this done this morning as I have to go into work here in a few minutes. So thanks guys, we'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.